you want to do the introduction this week?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you can do it. Give it a shot, Travis.
Hey everybody, what's up? This is Perfectly Modcast.
All right, that was a decent try. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Perfectly Modern Podcast, as I like to call it, Perfectly Modcast. Joining me this week, I've got
A very quiet guest.
this shit happens every fucking time. It's not like it's complicated. I say I've got, look at whoever I'm talking to, and then they just stare at me.
Well, you say that, it sounds like you're going to introduce them.
No, you're supposed to introduce yourself.
So they can associate your voice with who you are.
Oh, yeah, this isn't a video.
Yeah, this is an audio podcast.
Okay, that might make sense.
See, if you'd watch the podcast, you know this.
You keep saying watch, like I'm going to watch it.
Okay, if you listen to, that's a fair point.
There is
on
one
YouTube.
you can watch.
There is one you can watch.
It's not great, but it's a watchable podcast. It's mostly an upside-down video of me staring angrily at a camera smoking the hookah.
At this point, we can just trick our guests into constantly making the joke for us now. We've made a point every time to point out that it's an audio podcast, and then except the one where we were doing some shit and he wanted to open his mouth, and then I made it a video podcast because I have my iPhone and I filmed it upside down, just him staring at the camera for a while. That was fun. But yeah, this is an audio podcast. Welcome everybody. You can check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all those good things. But joining me this week, I've got
Sam. I
And
got
you're-
nothing.
and
I
you're-
got nothing.
That makes me sad.
I'm curious how much we actually got now. It's not recording. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up, everybody? I'm Travis.
And this is Perfectly Modern Podcast, so I should call it Perfectly Modcast. I think we already did that part. I don't know. The audio stuff-
we got that.
I don't fucking know anymore. We're off the rails, bitches! Shots for Harambe! All right. What's the shot this week, Travis?
Alright, guys, so this is take 2. None of that's gonna matter to you fucks, but our shot for Harambe this week is the Grapist. It's vodka, grape Kool-Aid, ultraviolet monster, and a little bit of black cherry Mountain Dew kickstart to top it all off.
Yeah, but you gotta sit back. Your mic's over there. All right. Salud, bitches! Sam, about an hour ago you had a version of this. What'd you think?
It's good. It's actually really good. I was surprised.
Yep, she said that too. I got deja vu.
I wasn't expecting it to taste that good.
You said that also. Yep, that's exactly what you said. All right.
Okay, then I still have the same thoughts now.
Cool.
All right. Should we awkwardly transition to Supernatural just like last time?
Yeah.
Woo! Sam, let's talk about Supernatural.
It's the best show ever,
It's the fucking best show ever.
in my opinion.
There's nothing awkward about this. It's a great show. Why is it the best show ever?
It just everything.
Okay.
She's so helpful.
She just fucking can't.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
just fucking can't.
God, I'm stuck.
Hey, I'm sorry I did not break the couch. I'm sorry gravity broke the couch with my ass this week, okay? I
Yeah, that's a thing.
don't think we should get a door. Maybe no doors are large, right? And maybe cut it to size and then put that door inside of this because I just want any excuse to use fucking power tools.
And he should not be allowed near power tools.
Why the fuck you say that?
Oh, there's so many reasons you should not.
Tell the people some. I'm curious as well.
Do you actually even know how to use any of them?
Yeah,
Some of them.
Hey, thank you.
Ish.
Mostly.
Yeah, when you say ish, that's never a good sign.
The more
That's the most
qualifiers
recent
we
ish.
add, the less competent he seems.
I had a lot of qualifiers because I like disclaimers. Keeps me safe if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Not that something's going to go wrong, but if something happens, that way it's your fault.
That's why we're an LLC.
Yep. Your problem, not mine.
I don't think that's the purpose of it, but okay.
Okay, company's problem, not mine.
Fair enough.
Yep.
That now makes sense.
Yeah, it's like the fault's mine, but if something really bad happens, it's not my fault.
It's a company.
Yeah.
And hey, if we get sued, there's nothing for anybody to take.
I don't even know if we get sued. I don't get the paperwork for that. That's somebody else's job.
Does that go to our accountant?
Yeah. It was
You have an
Gary.
accountant?
Yeah, Gary.
So, wait, Gary is our accountant and our legal advice?
No, he's just the guy who gets the legal words. I have to deal with it, but he gets the papers.
Oh.
It's complicated.
I didn't even know you guys had one.
No, we have
You
Gary
need one
from
to be an LLC.
Oh, fair enough.
Because that way you get
Actually, I
sued.
did know that. Because
Yeah,
my brother's
duh.
starting a company, too.
What?
Noah and Jake. They're starting a tree trimming company.
A tree trimming company?
Yeah, it's actually doing fairly well for...
How much do they pay?
How much do they pay? They don't pay people to trim trees. The people pay them.
Well, okay, fine.
How much does it pay to
Let's talk
work
about this
for
off later.
them?
Yeah, we'll talk about this later. Let's talk about this later.
Okay.
Not that I'm trying to transition away from my Taco Bell franchise, but I like trees, and I like trimming things.
And you want any excuse to use power tools?
Yeah. See?
Oh, it all makes sense now. I wasn't making that connection before.
I was.
Yeah, you'd have to pay them to help them.
So how about that van with the oak windows? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, they made better doors, I think. Oak's better doors than
Yeah,
the window.
but we were really too cheap to go and replace a window in a vehicle that literally probably did not have replacement windows. So we just put in oak.
Why not just slap a whole bunch of plastic
Why not
over it
pop
like
it?
all
No,
those
no, no.
cars?
Because plastic is not going to work where we live. We live
No.
on a gravel road.
Yeah, that would fuck
It
up.
just
Touche.
literally would have just went right
They
through
need
it.
some fucking industrial strength defense from this gravel.
I
Trust
did
me.
not think about that.
Trust me. I've drifted off those roads. It's a dangerous place.
you
Yeah.
guys-
There was a
yeah,
deer.
The
There's a
deer.
dog. There's a dog.
By
There's
the
a
way, I'm
dog.
doing air quotes.
Yeah, this is an audio podcast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, even my uncle was like, "Yeah, that was bullshit. You're just lucky that your friends, they were your friends."
By the way, guys, we're still going to use the angry picture I took from the first fuck up episode, so that's not going to have any context. Just know I'm done with this.
Wow.
What the fuck does that mean?
What did I do?
Because it's Sam's fault. No, it is not your fault. You didn't do anything.
I said, what I do?
I mean, again, I'm mostly here to... Why am I here?
Keep me company.
Okay.
To save us poorly so I can segue off of that. So how about those skull thrones?
What's going
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull
thrones.
throne. By the way, did you know Genghis Khan once made a pyramid out of skulls? Numbers were drastically overstated.
Drastically overstated, but luckily they weren't recorded. It was only like 17,400 skulls that were put on his throne.
600, but yeah.
400.
I thought it's.
I read it, bitch. It said 4.
I know, that's what I said. I was reading over your shoulder, so I thought.
So, hey, guys,
Still
we
making
had
you
this
look
weird
it up.
little rant about Genghis Khan that wasn't recorded, and now we're going back into it.
6, but maybe that was the original one.
No, because the original said it was like, what, 1.5 million?
1.75 million. God, get it right. Nishapur.
Now it's gonna drive me nuts. Now I need to know.
4. Told you, bitch.
I wonder where I got the 6.
Cause you're dumb.
You are so mean to me.
Shut up.
I am your best friend. You're supposed to be nicer to me than everybody else.
I know. You're my best bitch.
Yeah, same thing.
You choke me when you're drunk.
This is true.
You're the only person who's choke slammed me into a wall.
How can I be the only one that's ever done that?
Nobody hates me as much as you do when you're drunk.
I don't hate you.
Nobody loves me as much as you do when you're drunk.
Well, that might be true. I do the same thing to my actual brothers.
You also tried to...
Him.
Many times. That's the point.
Yeah, but was what this time? Oh, peanut butter. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got my family to incidentally try doing it numerous times, too.
Oh my god. Remember the time I was hanging out at your place? I was staying there for a week and I wanted to make I was putting chocolate syrup on something and the top open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
You were just like, oh.
There's chocolate everywhere, man. I fucked up.
I made a mistake. I can't take it back.
There was just like one solid line of chocolate syrup. So I had the top open when I went to shake it up. So it was like straight behind me, and I didn't realize it until I brought it back down and some landed on my face. And I was like, no! Because, like, you know how I do it. So it was full behind the head. Whop. It was like some anime Bankai bullshit.
God, that's funny.
Getsuga Hershey!
How good times.
You're here to laugh at us, Travis. That's why we need you.
Thank God.
Somebody has to.
More to laugh at him than
And
me,
you
but...
live here, so you don't have a choice.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
also correct.
Yeah, that's true.
I am living security.
Yep. You gotta make sure we're safe.
From me.
Or those fucking park raptors.
Yeah, fuck the park raptors.
Man, what do their genitals look like?
I don't know, I feel
I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
I
I
was
just wanted to
gonna
say,
say.
I just wanted to say it, so I don't want to talk about it. That's all I wanted to say. That's it. What's a park raptor?
So park raptors are these crazy kind of dinosaur people things from one of the latest episodes of Supernatural. They're called park raptors because, you know, they're part dinosaur people, and they mostly do parkour. They also don't know how windows work.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
like-
their actual official name. That's just what they call them.
Wait,
Hey,
they have
they
an
have no official
name?
name. They have no
No,
official name.
they don't have one yet. So
Okay.
the
That's
official
what
name
they're
is-
fucking called, then. Woo!
No, we're gonna email them and be like, they're fucking park
Email
raptors now.
shit. We're going to the message boards. You have fucking Do it.
Go to the message board. Is it?
Oh,
Not now. Later.
No, do it now.
Oh,
Forget.
wait.
You'll
What were you doing?
forget.
What were you doing?
But, apparently I was going to the message boards?
Oh no, pull out your phone. And do it again, but slower and sexier. Describe it for the audio listeners.
Alright, so, for the audio listeners, I just recently got a smartphone. First foray into technology. Still weird for me, but I don't trust myself not to break it. So instead of just shoving it in my pants pocket, because I kind of tend to ping ball off everything, because, I'm a menace, I've been keeping it in, like, my breast pocket in my button-up shirts. So, I just casually and sensually pull my phone out. Nice and slow. So am I still supposed to be going to the message boards? What am I doing?
No, I just wanted you to do it again. I'm trying to pull back all the jokes we just made in the last hour and cram into like the first 5 minutes. I'm doing a good job.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah. Okay.
Hey, I got really good at segues.
Why? Because we already went through this all before.
Mostly.
Part 2.
Practice.
Yeah, it makes perfect. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Alright,
And I
fuck it. Ring
get
the
it.
bell, Travis.
What bell?
Woo! We can find $500 on Patreon. This goes from being an audio podcast to being a visual podcast. It's really important because what you missed in one of the last things we recorded, which got deleted, is that we described The Office. So it makes a lot of
It wasn't deleted, it just never got recorded.
Yeah, it's like it never happened. It's like when you time traveled at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happened, but there's no proof.
Time travel. Everclear is time travel.
Oh, okay, got you now.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so if we get $500 on Patreon, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna buy a fucking camera, turn this from a video podcast into an audio podcast.
You mean
So
turn
you
this from an
literally just
audio
said that
podcast into a video podcast?
Words, they're difficult. I understand.
Alright, y'all. So, as far as describing The Office goes, it's this blue...
Sam did great. Let her do it.
Sam?
Oh my god. It is a, rectangle blue room.
Sam did awful. Travis,
And-
give it a shot.
I wasn't done, damn it. That's why I started it last time. With a whole bunch of holes in the wall.
Yeah.
30... Would you say it
Not
was
big
36?
holes, small holes.
36. Because
Yeah, it's like you took
there's
like
two sets
a
of 9
drill and
each.
stuck it through the wall quite a few times. Just in a pattern,
They
like
hung
shelving.
something, right?
Something like that. I don't
Looks
know.
like there used to be shelves there at one point in time.
Not
Like-
shelves. I don't say shelves. Oh, yeah, there was, because this used to be a resale shop.
Oh. Yeah, well...
They could have left the shelves.
Yeah, I know,
That'd
that
be
would have been
helpful.
nice.
That'd be very nice.
Well, where does that door lead?
Satan?
To the water heater.
Hey.
Oh. Well, how did they... If they had shelves there, how did they... Oh, they must not have went over the door. That makes sense. Never mind. I'm stupid. It's fine. But yeah, anyways, there's a whole bunch of holes in the wall. About evenly spaced out. Then there's, a couple things on the wall. And...
Oh, the holes in the wall are only on one wall, by the way. Not every wall, just one wall.
And there's 36 of them. 2. 32? 36.
I
There's
don't know, some number in the 30s.
36. 18 plus 18.
But anyway, as...
I'm glad you can do math, Justin.
I'm proud.
I'm proud of you, too.
Yo, hold up. This is a serious joke, though, because that's like the running joke. Because you're happy you can do math, because a lot of the fucking streets, houses are misnumbered. It goes in, not in sequence. So,
Really?
Yeah.
So where I lived, it was, 308, 312, 314, 310. Because it goes in the order your house was built, not in the order in which you appear on the street.
That's
Because some of
weird
these
as
houses
hell.
have basically been here since the town was.
That's odd.
It's
a
dumb
small
as
town.
fuck.
Yeah, but you'd think that they'd just renumber and be like, hey, by the way...
That's
No.
a lot of work. No.
If they built a whole
We
house
have
at the same
4
time,
different fucking population numbers depending on which way you're coming into town. No, changing the numbers on the houses was going to be too fucking hard.
It would get the fucking mailman confused. They'd be like, no. And people would be like, I dropped my address down wrong. You give it the wrong... It'd be a whole fucking thing.
I mean, for fuck's sake,
The best
place
way
we
to do
have
that-
doesn't even officially have an address. Like, when we get mail sent here, yeah.
There's a reason that mail doesn't get sent here. It doesn't exist.
So you're saying your house doesn't exist?
It's not... The office doesn't exist, thank you.
Yeah, the office officially doesn't have its own postal code or recognized, so if we get any mail, it goes to the apartment upstairs. And mind you, that doesn't have a mailbox either. The owner just so happens to have a P.O. box, and the post office people, because the post office is right the fuck across the street, understand how this works, so any mail that has gone to the office just goes to her.
How do you get it then? Do you have to talk to her?
Yes.
Oh. She didn't listen to this, does she?
No.
Maybe.
God, I hope not.
Probably not.
That'd be awkward.
And anyway, as far as the shit on the wall goes, we have a crouching tiger and a hidden dragon.
That right there, that's why we're friends.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have a story to tell you after this.
Oh god.
You'll get it. You'll get it immediately.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Oh my god.
Just be horrified
Yeah,
at the same time.
this is why Sam and I are best friends. Tell them about how we met. Because they want to hear the story of how you met Justin and how he turned into Lennette, the budding retard that he is.
I don't think you're a retard.
Oh, thanks.
mentally
You're right.
challenged.
I'm a professional idiot. Thank you. You're right.
We're not getting paid for it yet, but we will one day. Hopefully.
Well,
You could if you wanted to support us on Patreon or patreon.com.
Hey!
Perfectly Moderate or perfectlymoderate.com. You can donate straight to us.
I didn't realize you had an actual website.
We have an actual website.
We have a website, we got a Patreon, we got a fucking YouTube channel.
We got
on
a
this
Twitter.
shit. We are more professional than people are giving us fucking credit. Just because our office is a shithole does not mean we do not have...
That's offending Haiti in certain African countries. Thank you. Our office is a piece of shit. It's not a shithole.
I thought you said it wasn't political.
We're not political.
You just made it political.
Shut up.
Sorry.
We're not political in the fact that we don't make comments on the current state of political affairs,
But
but
you
we're
just made a
not
reference
we're
to
not
it.
not PC in the certain fact that, like, much like South Park, we make fun of PC culture. If you listen to the podcast, you would realize in episode 2 we discussed very much in detail how this is not sexual harassment. Not this right here. What's happening?
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
okay. I was like,
What was happening with
I didn't
Shammy?
think you-
What was happening with Shammy?
oh, I don't think I believe that it wasn't sexual harassment.
It was not sexual harassment.
Can confirm, was not sexual harassment.
It was or wasn't?
It
Was not.
I don't know if I believe that.
No, see, we had to have this whole discussion about the fact that he has to be careful what he says because he is technically the boss, so, certain things could come across as sexual harassment. Which, if we really wanted to be crazy in today's, PC culture, we could, make a whole thing about it. But we don't, because for the most part, we don't care. But there was a callback to it later when Lynette made a reference, and Shammy's like, yeah, and cute too. And then Lynette's like, aw, thanks, buddy. To which I pointed out, he wasn't fucking talking about you. He was talking about the actress you just brought up. And it's like, oh, hey, good news! Shammy, that wasn't sexual harassment. That's why episode 2 is, this is not sexual harassment.
We started this year on a high note. Not because the penis was erect, because it was a good start.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes.
I'm glad.
That was not sexual harassment either, because my penis is not erect.
I don't think I wanted
This
to
is
know
why
that.
the picture we're using is me being done with this.
Anyways, story time.
Oh, about when I met you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was literally at my cousin's birthday party. I slept over there. Got up, went to my uncle's house, walk in, and Justin was just, like, standing there. I think you were in the fridge, actually. And I was like, who the fuck are you?
I mean, you are the Jesus formerly known as Fat Jesus, so...
That's fair.
He's just walking there. I was like, who the fuck are you? Except I don't know if I swore at that point or not.
I think you might have, because it was just you and me.
I think I might have. Anyway, so I was like, who the hell are you? And then you kind of, I think you explained.
To be fair,
that-
I remember what I was wearing pretty accurately. I don't know what I was wearing for pants, but it was probably athletic shorts. I don't even know if I had shoes on, honestly.
I just remember being
I
shocked that there was some
didn't.
random person in the house that I
I
had
had
no clue who they were. I even had a lot of cousins, but you definitely were not one of my cousins.
Who is this motherfucker in the fridge?
Like, I was like, what the hell?
Worst bandit ever.
It's like you're digging through the fridge. What the hell?
I'm sorry, I'm hungry. My house just flooded.
Well, yeah, I
What the
didn't
fuck
know
do
that.
you want?
Well, that's when you kind of told me that, and I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. I also did not know that my uncle was dating your mother at the... Well, I think
Yeah,
I
me
used
neither.
the term loosely. Dating. Yeah, I think we're using that term
Hey, let's skip this part. Let's move past this part real quick.
loosely. Anyway, so then, like, a little while after that, I said, basically, you have no choice but you're going to be my friend, and you're like, I don't want to.
I mean, at that point, I literally had nothing, so I was like, I'll take what I can get, bitch. Let's do it.
Yeah, and then the abuse started.
Yeah, that's when you loved me through a wall. Oh, remember the time we were hanging on my, the wedding, and you kicked my ass in the front?
Oh my god, that was so cool! It was fake beating him up.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause
so
I...
we did stage acting together, right? We were actors, and we learned how to stage fight together. And one of the times she first met my fiance now was at a wedding, and we're like, this is kind of boring, because we can't drink. We're all like 15, 16, so we're like,
Yeah.
this is kind of lame. Let's just go outside and hang out. So we can, listen to each other, chat, catch up, blah, 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 blah. We're hanging out outside, and I'm like, oh, I want a stage fight. Do you want a stage fight? And she's like, hell yeah, motherfucker. So she starts fake kicking my ass, because I'm great at faking like my ass is getting kicked. She's great at being abusive to me. So I'm
Didn't even
fake
need
getting
to
my
ask.
ass kicked up and down the fucking lawn. And people were like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing great.
I
What's
had to
up?
punch you again.
Yeah, like, what's up? And then it's like she walks up fucking cold cocks me and I go flying again. And like, what's up, man? I don't know. Like, these people just keep stopping. What's wrong with you?
But think, if we'd been doing it the other way, there would have been a lot more serious.
Yeah, that's why I did it that way. So it was like the bitch hitting the dude's ass. Like, nobody'd be like, bro, are you all? And like, yeah, I'm great. And then, you know, you fucking cold call me again, everything's good.
I'm actually, I'm not thinking back on that. I'm surprised Emily still actually, like, likes me after that. Like, because I was, like, literally...
I feel like that was good, right? Because you had the expectation of, this is what she does fakely when she's not, like, this is good. This is how I starts, right? So when you do chokeslam me through a cabinet, it's like, well, this is just what she does. Like,
this is norm.
Day 1, she kicked his ass up and down the fucking lawn. Day 364, she just chokeslams him. It's just one chokeslam through one fucking cabinet. That seems good to me. Just one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just
Wait,
one
I
chokeslam.
thought I did it more than once.
Maybe. I don't know. I was drunk too.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I think I did more than once.
I was
Weren't
drunk,
we
so I was cool with it.
Weren't we fighting about whether it was DOC and DOJ?
I have no fucking clue.
I think we were.
I honestly don't know. It was so long ago and I was getting choke slammed around, so I'm a little foggy. Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. It was a concussion.
I'm a little hazy on the details, but I remember we agreed you were a kiss ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, why?
It's a joke.
Red versus blue reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Oh,
We bust those out a lot.
And I never kicked, like, any of them.
Travis, do you like my shirt?
Fucking love your shirt.
This is a video. No, this is an audio podcast. So you should describe to the people what my shirt is.
I thought you were going to put the shirt up to the mic and be like, look at my shirt!
I'm not that drunk.
Wait for it. I have the solution. Sam, I need you to scooch for just 1 second.
What are you doing?
Oh, photo.
No,
up time.
let's selfie. Oh god, too much moving.
Alright, everybody, so again, we had this conversation earlier. I'm new to technology. I have the ability to do stuff. Fuck off, text.
Who's texting?
We can't talk about it.
We can't talk about her. She hasn't been on the podcast.
Ooh, she could be though.
Yeah, be something different, too. Alright, so we're going to do some crazy stuff. We're going to swap back so the mics are working the way we're supposed to. But anyway, there's going to be a picture of me and Lynette with his shirt. But to give you, just Cliff Notes version, because, I mean, you've already seen the picture. If you started this, you're this far in. We should really reward you now. So, his shirt is a Rooster Teeth reference. God, what was the show?
Crunch time.
Crunch Time, thank you. Anyway, Crunch Time, they basically get the ability to go in people's brains/dreams, help them deal with fears and anything else.
No. That's what the idea was. That's what they try to do with it. That was the concept. What happens is they turn into a party machine because you can go into a dream world and do whatever the fuck you want.
No consequences.
No consequences.
That sounds awesome.
It does sound awesome. That's the problem.
Until you get into somebody's, nightmares or fears because, the whole subconscious is crazy. Anyway, there is an evil, murderous Santa with a chainsaw from Feliz Navidad?
Feliz Navidad.
And, his shirt is Evil Santa with a chainsaw.
Mexican Santa with a chainsaw.
Mexican Santa,
It's
thank
very
you.
specific. Mexican Santa.
Yes, not Hispanic, not Latino, it is Mexican Santa with a chainsaw.
Es muy muy malo es año sana.
That was actually really good.
It was a great show.
Well, I meant... Anyway, we're gonna resituate again, guys. Thanks! Alright, Sam.
Fuck it up!
Sorry.
No, I'm not hitting on you.
I know, but I was in the way.
No, you weren't.
You did fine. You're just a fucking idiot.
Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean...
I think you hurt his feelings.
You gotta have those to have those.
Feelings are the reason I drink, Sam.
Okay, that's a little dark.
I don't think I should make any comments.
Yeah, that's a little dark. We're gonna move past that one.
I'm a problem.
I'm out of ideas.
What did we discuss last time that we have not discussed again?
We haven't
More
actually.
supernatural,
Yeah, I was gonna
actually.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't actually. Okay, so Wayward
Daughters.
Sisters.
Sisters?
It's technically with sisters, but the original push for it was called Wayward Daughters. That's what the fans called it. It's called Wayward Sisters.
Daughters makes them sound unempowered. Sisters makes it sound like a sisterhood, more empowering.
Yeah, they were more equal instead of
Yep.
because it was daughters because like basically Jodie was taking care of the other
Yeah.
girls.
But Claire's a badass. Doesn't need that shit. So
I know, I freaking love her right now, and I like that she actually had character development for once.
yes,
I'm
so
super excited about
because
that.
every time we've seen her this far, it's always been like, ah, Cass, why? You're my dad, but like not really, blah. And it's like
Well, he
so
hasn't
two
even been
dimensional.
in. Well, he hasn't been in a couple of the ones that she was. Hers wasn't.
But it's
It
always
wasn't
like a daddy
empowering
figure
to-
issue.
Yeah, she wasn't. It wasn't as empowering.
Well, it
for her and
is.
Stuff. It kind of was.
It seriously is. Their
I
dad
know.
fucking angel and just disappeared one day. Like he was a good dad. That's the problem with it. Like he was a good fucking person who just all of a sudden disappeared from his life, and then like that would obviously cause serious mental damage to his daughter. But like then all this other fucking Winchester shit shows up when he comes back into her life.
Well,
So like
and then her mom ends up dying too, and everything because of all this same.
yeah, I
stuff.
know. Like she's a very complex character and has the most like to grow, which is why we're like I'm so happy it's developing too. It's like this is good payoff for somebody who like for a show that's not very much about recurring characters in that sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having somebody who's been around for so fucking long that honestly it makes sense to be like I'm so glad she's developing. Like sure, most of it I think they kind of left her alone because she was a child, so it's like really
Yeah.
hard to like develop a child character. But now it's like fine, we're at the point where it's more of a coming of age story. So she's like, yeah, she's done a lot of crazy shit and has a tragic backstory. And I think it's really, honestly, kind of good at this point that they didn't develop her too much. Now they have the ability to develop her in
For this
those
show.
Yeah,
And I think it really will do well as a good spin-off, in my opinion, because
They have great
the way that
characters.
they set it up and everything, character-wise, they have really good, strong characters.
I just left because normally daddy issues refer to fucking older men, not murdering demons.
and werewolves, and ghouls, and any other
vampires.
shit. Yeah,
Donna!
By
Fucking
the
love
way,
Donna.
I love Donna.
she reminds me of Bonquisha.
Donna reminds you of Bonquisha?
Yeah.
Why?
Her license plate is the D Train.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, Bonquisha's license plate was Cunt Smasher.
Jesus.
It's another Rooster Teeth show. Camp.
Oh.
Fucking great.
I love Camp. It's amazing. So so Camp basically is an animated show where they it's a camp that has a bunch of other camps. So it's Camp Campbell. They sent out flyers.
Cameron Campbell's Camp Campbell.
Yep. They have pamphlets advertising a bunch of different camps like Science Camp, Space Camp, Magic Camp, like D&D shit.
Oh, I think I say
Uh,
like Harry Potter.
No, I mean kind of because he's a fucking like super nerd, but he's like a D&D. But it's like she, sorry, Aerith. But like like there's a bunch of like people there for random different camps. So each day of the camp is a different camp focus. So it's camp. It's crazy. And then like all the characters are fucking insane. Like there's Max who got sent there because his parents just like don't want to deal with him for the summer. So he's kind of an asshole and like wants to escape camp and is like very antithesis to David, who's the camp counselor, who really loves Camp Campbell and like that was his defining thing as a child. So he's like, fuck yeah, like all about it. And then Max is just like, fuck you, David.
Yeah, no, that's basically one of his...
That's his thing.
Yeah, that is his quote.
So who were some of the other characters in the Wayward Sisters? Because like they're all fucking amazing.
Well, Jodie Mills.
The mom from Zach and Cody.
Yeah. Which is funny because actually in interviews and stuff, she's like, I don't even like, that was so long ago, she barely remembers it.
I mean, yeah, I guess it was.
She's been in a lot of other things, I guess, so.
Like what?
Oh my god, have you seen Criminal Minds? She's got like a recurring role in that right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Hell yeah, no, I've not seen that.
You really should. She's
Hell
kinda,
yeah, I'm gonna
she's
work on
kinda,
Netflix.
She's kind of the bad guy though. But not like.
I don't
like,
give a shit.
No, I'm just saying, I'm giving you a heads up. She's like not on the team, but she's reoccurring. But she's kind of bad, sort of.
I mean, the last time we watched Criminal Minds, it was pretty great.
Hannah
So
Montana.
It is good.
Hannah Montana.
no, we can't discuss the last time we watched Criminal Minds. It's a whole thing for the podcast, but it was a lot of fun because we were watching Criminal Minds with people who aren't exactly the world's smartest. So there were a lot of things we were getting and enjoying that they were just confused by.
That story I told you with that other person today. Remember?
My memory shit.
In my truck.
He'll tell you about it again later.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I need more
It's
info.
okay. It's okay.
Refresher courses.
It involves donkeys. We didn't talk about donkeys yet. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay.
Or
I
Super
don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You just want to bring it up to say I don't know.
No. We learned our lesson.
No. I
No,
don't think you
no.
really did.
I didn't.
Not until you come visit and it actually happens.
No. See that's what's gonna make it happen.
Coming to visit or saying it?
That's what makes me mad. Nope. Fucking nope.
So I have a question for you then. I'm just jumping randomly because I have.
I love random jumping. Ugh.
Anyway, it's supernatural related, of course, because
Yeah.
it's me. Do you think? How do you think
I don't know
Supernatural?
why I jumped. This is a fucking audio podcast.
I don't fucking know what that means.
Sorry.
Oh, you actually legit jumped.
Yeah, I
That's
legit
fine,
jumped.
okay.
I said random jumping, and I'm like, nobody can see that. It makes fucking no sense.
No, because I was gonna ask you.
But I'm the problem for the video podcast.
Well, if it was a video podcast, that would make sense.
Wait, what? Why do you guys keep saying video? It just makes me confused.
Because we want this to be a video podcast, but it's an audio podcast.
That's why they needed to do the Patreon.
It's too
thing?
self-referential. This is too meta. Move on.
Oh, but I like
We
meta.
fucked the meta narrative.
Anyway, so I was gonna ask you for Supernatural. Do you think? Because they were talking about originally that season 14 was gonna be like the final season. They're gonna make it a half season.
What are they on now? 13?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm guessing it's gonna depend too if Wayward Daughters picked up.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a good idea? And if so,
Wait,
how
you
do you
said
think it
half
would
season?
end? Yeah. Tie up all the loose ends.
I'm predicting Wayward Daughters comes out next year. Half season.
I was wondering, actually.
Half season in fall, half season of Wayward Daughters in this spring to see if they can keep momentum with it going, and if it fails, they can bring back Supernatural in the fall again.
Fair enough. But how do you think they would end it? Because like I can't decide.
Hold on. Here's the thing with Wayward Daughters. I don't think they'd actually like. They just need to wrap up Jack, right? They need to wrap up Jack and then just have a season of them kind of just wrapping up some loose ends. They're not going to end it. There's not good because that's what the Wayward Daughters are for. There's more monsters, there's more
Sort
hunters.
of,
They're
but-
just going to be done fucking shit up. They're going to get to a point. No. I got it. I fucking got it. They're going to get to a point where they're like, hey, we cannot possibly fuck any more shit up. Let's not fuck shit up. They're going to learn. They're going to learn from 13 years of bad decisions and go, we're in a good place. We've got Mom. We've got Jack. We've got Cass. Let's just go, not be fucking dead, somewhere else. Like, just fucking, there'll be peace, I'm out, and just stop. Like, they are the problem.
But can they ever stop? I think.
Yes, they can. They got Mom, they got Jack, they got Cass.
But
Stop, walk away.
But I don't think they can. Their
They can.
characters.
They
their
never
characters-
know best.
No, they've tried before, and that's where they fucked up before.
Nobody wants to fuck with them anymore, except the angels. Just kill all the angels. Go to war against heaven. Go to war against heaven. Lucifer comes back. He rallies the angels because they need
You
somebody.
really need to catch up.
I don't know.
Yeah, you really need to catch up. Because then some of the stuff that you're saying will make a little bit more sense. Anyway,
But yeah, like,
because I just want to know.
if you kill the angels are the fucking problem. Because they've been pulling the string since the apocalypse. They want the apocalypse to
But the
happen.
way-
Angels are assholes. Fuck the angels.
But because of the Winchesters
And demons.
how
We
they
close the gates of heaven,
are
we
they
close the
gonna
gates of
all
hell.
die? I think they almost have to die, and I don't
No.
want them to.
They're not going to die. The fans would freak
They
out.
can't
They'll close
stay
the,
dead.
They'll use the God tablets, close
that's
the
just
gates
it.
of
They
heaven,
could-
close
they
the
could-
gates of hell. There's no more, like, omnipotent level beings that can activate some sort of crazy shit. There's just
Except Jack.
But
Monsters.
No, but that's the problem.
Jack's cool. Leave him alone.
I do want Jack to stay, but I'm curious.
I want Jack to go to another reality.
No, because that's what I was.
I
gonna
want
say.
Jack to be alive somewhere else.
That's just it, though.
Where
I'm
he can't
wondering if
fuck
that's
shit
what they'll do.
Fuck shit up.
That's
Oh, that's a good idea. Like,
If
hey,
they would take Jack.
Paradise. They'll go hang out with Chuck.
Chuck and Amara are like really far away right now. I don't know if you could find him.
Jack can go wherever the fuck he wants. It's Jack.
I know, but I don't know if he'd have a hard time finding him.
They'll juice him. I don't fucking know. That's what I'm saying. They'll go somewhere. I'm cool with that. They'll go somewhere the fuck else. Like,
Just
if they
like a
get the
different
hell-
dimension or something.
Yeah, go to Paradise Dimension. Go to Hell Dimension. Go to the one with the park raptors. I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of my dimension. Not this one.
Why?
They keep fucking shit up. If it's gonna end, they can't. If they're not gonna die, they need the fuck out of here.
I mean, they are the problem.
They are the problem.
They're both, though. They're the
Yeah.
problem and solution.
Yes,
So
but there
they
wouldn't
don't
be a
make the
problem if
problem-
they weren't there.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
though.
necessarily. At
There
this
are
point,
other
yes.
hunters.
At this point, yes.
No, not
Yes.
that. No, there's been a few times where it's not actually even them that fucked it up.
A few times.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
And
all.
that's what the Wayward Daughters are for. The few times it's not them, they can handle. They've got decent training. The
You
most
do
times
realize
it's them,
they're probably going to be the one causing the problems now, right?
eventually. Right now, no.
They're too young for that.
Yeah. I mean, Kaya maybe. Like, no. You brought it up. I like the idea of them getting the fuck out of Dodge.
That's what I was wondering if they could do, because, I mean, it kind of, in a way, is like a happy ending, but it's not at the same time.
It's a great ending.
And it might help both sides.
They're alive together somewhere else.
But I can't, well, I'm not going to say that. You got a normal podcast.
Oh, hey, good news. So to completely segue randomly, we had this discussion earlier about how when I drink, I like to play with knives, but I'm not a danger to myself.
I literally just watched you clean another knife with a knife.
Yeah, it's badass, isn't it?
So, alright, to tell you the story that he told me to save for the podcast, there was this time we were drinking at a friend... we were drinking at a friend's house initially. He dipped off because other things happened. His fiance came home. I got stuck at a party with a bunch of randos because it was not our friends. It was at our friend's house, but it was a bunch of random people whom I know one. So, end of the night...
Two, one was passed out on the couch. In the middle of the party.
Touché. But,
She's okay.
yeah, no,
Good.
she was just really tired.
Yeah.
Not even too drunk. She was
She was jet lagged. She's from a different time zone. It was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was literally just like hella tired because it was like 3 o'clock her time. She's like, I'm just going to sleep, guys.
But, end of the night, this dude comes over, starts drinking with us. Jay, don't know his real name. I'm okay with calling him Jay. Never gonna meet him again. But
Solid letter.
it is. It's a decent letter. It's not quite in the middle, but it's not at the end, it's not at the start. It's good.
Not as good as L.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a good joke. Damn it. I was trying to go with the letter that nobody referenced before. I fucked that up. Shit. Fuck you, subconscious.
So he is talking about how, yeah, I like knives, and I'm like, I like knives too. Are you good with them? And he's like, oh, I'm pretty good. And I'm like,
No.
I don't believe you. So with two of us being drunk, we played what I call group 5-finger fillet. It's a trust exercise.
It's a person you just met. You're not supposed to trust them.
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
Yeah. And it ended worse for him than it did for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to describe to you what happened. So, when you play a group 5-finger fillet, one person puts their hand down, the other person puts their hand on top, and the person with their hand on top is the one with the knife. Mm-hmm. So we started out, he put his hand on the bottom, I put my hand on the top, did a bunch of rounds. Lo and behold, nobody got stabbed. So then he's like, oh, I can do that. And I'm like, okay. So we swap over. I put my hand on the bottom, he puts his hand on the top, and, you know, he pulls out like this little stiletto knife, not even a knife, it's more so a shiv. And he's like, all right, let's do this. I'm like, all right.
Call that a knife? That's a knife.
Yeah. Within, like, 5 seconds, he has already cut one of his fingers, but he's like, oh, no big deal. You know, it's a fuck up. Everybody does it. So we continue playing. He proceeds to cut himself, like, 3 more times, and he gets himself fairly good a couple times, because, you know, he's drunk, and... Yeah, needless to say, cut his hand up, and then, the girl that we both knew, who was, you know, kind of the reason that everybody was there, was like, hey, you should probably stop that now. So we did. But it is not my first time playing group 5-finger fillet, and amazingly, out of all the times I have done it, I have never actually cut myself playing 5-finger fillet, regardless of how drunk I am, because it's one of those things that, after I get really drunk, I get bored, and I'm a danger to myself and everything around me. So if I can just be a danger only to myself, it's safer. So I play 5-finger fillet.
Dude, he's really good at it.
It's probably a natural,
It's like that time in high school when he would do that thing with the lighter and kind of like almost punch me in the fucking face while trying to light my hair on fire.
But I never did either of those.
Exactly. But it was terrifying to stand there and almost die every time. Except for the one time he did light my hair on fire, but that's because I had a couch cushion attached to it. So like,
I was gonna say, was it during like couch fire chicken thing?
can we talk about that? I don't know. I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that. We're not gonna talk about it.
I guess.
Speaking
I
of
hadn't thought
couches,
about that.
Speaking of couches, we got to get rid of this couch, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do we want to just get rid of it, or do we want to get a new one?
We need to get a new one, because otherwise we will have, what, 3 seats?
That's fair. Well, I mean, no, we'll have 1 seat and the 2 chairs that we used to.
Hold mics.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, as professional as our setup is, we have a condenser mic casually standing on its own stand, which is, you know, great. We can move it everywhere. But our other 2 mics are currently being supported by a folding chair and a wooden, basically a kitchen chair. Because, we need a better setup.
Please, for the love of God, support us on Patreon, perfectlymodcast.com/Patreon. I mean, sure, we're getting the camera first, but after that, we might get mics and stands and shit. That'd be cool.
And better chairs.
Better chairs.
We had this discussion, really nice chairs, decent equipment. Because if we have really good equipment and shitty chairs, there's still a risk of breaking things.
Because the chairs will break, and the equipment will break because the chairs broke. But if we have decent chairs, decent equipment.
That way the video actually looks good too.
I'm gonna shift your chair real quick.
But why?
I don't know, maybe he wants to use it.
Oh, he's going to 5-finger fillet is what he's going to do.
Because, you know, I'm not contributing anything.
I mean, you're contributing now.
And I'm gonna contribute more.
By me being horrified over here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I don't like that.
He's actually surprisingly good at it.
I literally cannot watch this.
I'm too amused to look away.
I can't even look at this. It makes me too nervous.
Nothing.
Oh, look, all the fingers are still there.
No blood. Wait for it.
Oh my god.
Again, the first time I did it, I was really drunk and bored, so for like probably a solid 15 minutes, I listened to some tasty-ass jams on YouTube, and
Just almost stabbed your hand.
you can even see where my finger sat.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Again.
That's why he's Crazy Man 1.
Yeah. I am strangely good with knives. The only times I've ever cut myself with a knife, they have never been my knives. They have been somebody else's knife.
So it's gotta be your knives or no knives.
There's a reason my sister calls him the knife guy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'm out of ideas. What else we got?
What? I know.
You got more Supernatural?
That fucking movie. We were saving that for the podcast.
Ah,
We'll
Demon
fucking
Screamers
talk
3!
about that movie.
Fuck yeah! Oh.
Start talking. What is it about?
Where do we fucking start?
Right after Jeepers Creepers 2. 1. Sorry.
Yeah, no, literally, it starts right after Jeepers Creepers 1. Have you seen any of the Jeepers?
She hates scary movies. We're barking up the wrong tree here, dude. Alright, so Jeepers Creepers 3 is a movie.
It's not even a scary movie. It's just a movie.
It was spooky for about 10 seconds.
That'd be too much for me.
No.
No,
it's a lazy movie.
It's lazy.
We had high hopes, because Jeepers Creepers 1 is a really good movie. It's mostly suspense horror. There's, not a lot of action to it. Jeepers Creepers 2 had more action, but it's mostly at night, and it's still a lot of the whole suspense horror, because the creeper himself is, the threat. It's basically about defeating him. Jeepers Creepers 3 takes place immediately after the first movie, then takes a jump of basically 23 years. You don't find out until the end of the fucking movie that it is literally right before the second movie happens, so it's a midquel. Not even a sequel, not a prequel.
The thing is, we called that immediately, though, because half an hour into the movie, Travis brought it up. He's like, this has to happen. Even though they were talking about killing the motherfucker, there has to be a second one, because he brought up, when the fuck did he have time to make that thing?
Which one?
Okay, so, this happens, Jeepers Creepers 1. He takes Justin Long, right? Justin Long has the belly button tattoo. When did he have time to make that fucking weapon? It's been 2 days. That one day, he was busy being chased down by a minigun on the back of a fucking truck. With his truck. When did he have time to make that weapon? When did he have time to tan the skin, dry it, get those fucking bones, make that weapon?
Holy shit, I didn't even fucking think about this fucking movie!
There's...
Oh, and in Jeepers Creepers 2, his truck basically doesn't even make a fucking appearance. It's not there. But in Jeepers Creepers 3, the truck is fucking sentient and has defensive measures, like firing a fucking harpoon out of the tailpipe. It's got this spike wall. It's got side spikes that come out of the end. It's a fucking death trap that is sentient and is there to protect the creeper, but in the first movie has no special abilities. In the second movie has no special abilities. In the third movie is basically the most important character.
It's bulletproof and magic! They shoot a minigun at this fucking thing, and all the bullets ricochet perfectly to eviscerate the people who are shooting them. They shot a fucking sniper rifle? What was it? Some sort of rifle at the fucking tires of this goddamn truck. They bounced back off the motherfucker's windshield.
Oh, and the sheriff who was chasing him also has a magic truck, because when the bullets ricochet back, you can clearly see them hitting the windshield with ping little sparks, which are shitty CGI, but we're gonna get into that later. But it doesn't crack the windshield, no nothing. They just ping off. Oh, and the truck also drops the crazy rolling murder balls that have spikes coming out of them. The spikes don't serve any fucking purpose. They're just there because everything on this truck has to have sharp objects on it. It's like giving a fucking knife... Never mind, I can't make this reference on the podcast. Sorry, guys.
No,
He
I'm
gets
curious.
me.
No, I'm curious. But yeah, it's insane. It just makes no fucking sense. It goes from, we had hopes. We had hopes, and then we were like, I don't think this is gonna be good. I don't think this is going to be good at all.
Oh, and 2 people see into the Creeper's past and find out, like, where he comes from and the whole origin and all of his abilities. Yeah, that's never discussed. They don't go into it. There's no flashbacks. Nobody says a fucking word about it. Oh, and one of the characters who saw the flashback dies, and the other character is basically going to die at the end of the movie because she's this old lady and won't survive because the movie is setting up for, like, a 4th Jeepers Creepers in current day. That bitch is gonna be dead. So there's nobody who fucking knows anything about the Creeper, and the only way to find things out about the Creeper is apparently to touch parts of him that have fallen off.
Oh, you want to hear something crazy? So in the supposed scripts for Jeepers Creepers 4 that the actress is seen who plays Justin Long's sister, the one who survived the first one, the reason it's been like this is because it starts immediately after the end of Jeepers Creepers 3 when she's doing that podcast. It picks up from there and goes on with the story, like apparently everything else in this fucking franchise, and then has a bunch of flashbacks to what happened in the 23 years since Justin Long went missing to fill in all the gaps, and then she, has her confrontation with the Creeper at the behest of a massive, podcast audiences who have heard her story.
Holy shit.
It makes no fucking sense.
Oh, and another fun fact. In Jeepers Creepers 2, this farmer builds basically a pipe launcher that's, a giant fucking state gun attached to the back of a pickup truck, originally, hilariously, which pins the Creeper to a wall and stops him. Not gonna be an issue. He's just gonna be stuck to this fucking wall for 23 years. But meanwhile, in Jeepers Creepers 3, a minigun does nothing to him. He just casually...
Well, okay, that makes sense, though, because he didn't die. He ran out of time. Again, that was the very last day when the sun rose. He had to go into hibernation and became his impenetrable death cocoon. So, I'll give it some slack there. But nowhere else.
And who the fuck puts a minigun on a truck that pivots 90 degrees only forward?
That doesn't do much good.
No!
It doesn't! It's a fucking aerial animal! It's a fucking flying super death thing with telekinetic powers.
Oh, yeah,
what
by the
good
way,
is a
he's got
fucking...
telekinesis and can basically bring any of his truck, his weapons, fucking anything associated with the Creeper can just come to him.
Yeah, it doesn't do much good then.
No.
No.
Not at all. Like, the whole fucking A story was pointless, and the B story could have still been a standalone movie, but needed the A story for some fucking reason. It didn't.
And if they'd fleshed out the B story, it would have been a good movie.
If you chopped off the entire part that tied it to the first movie and just left it as, the side story, or the B story, great movie. Fleshed it out more. The thing was, they're trying to point out to the fact that this is a midquel. And, 1, 3, 2, all of this is congruent timeline. Here's what happened.
Oh, but they never give you a reference date, and, all the
it's
vehicles
so confusing,
in the
yeah.
third movie are older. They look like they're out of the fucking 50s, but if it's taking place before the second movie, it's supposed to be the 90s or something?
Yeah. So here's how it goes, right? So the first time they do the flash cut to the B story, the dude's literally going, the first time I met this dude was 23 years ago. And then it cuts to the fucking side story, and is this 23 years ago then? Because they don't specifically reference any time or anything. It's just it cuts, and he's still talking over it. And then she's talking to her dead son, and I'm like, did he die 20? You know what I mean?
Wait a second.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. But
then,
then, she
and
had...
do a bunch of flashbacks without telling you that it's going to be a flashback, because it was pretty much pirated. So, you can see where the cuts for commercial were, and in between cuts, it'll just, snap to either the B story, or a flashback, or fucking something, with no warning, no explanation, and you're just so wait, is this now? Did this already happen? What is going on?
Yeah, at one point, I was thinking, oh my god, how much longer is left in this movie? And then the version...
just said it.
The version clicked to being hey, how much... it clicked to look at the time left in the movie, sat there for a solid, 10, 15 seconds, and then clicked back to the movie. And it was well, even there, how much more is left in this fucking hell?
Yeah. It's not a good movie.
It is not.
Yet you guys sat through the whole thing, huh?
At some point, we had to, because it was a matter of principle. We had high expectations. I went in blind, being Jeepers Creepers 3. I liked 1, I liked 2. Probably gonna be good. It was not.
Same here. And, when they started, I'm but, the whole jump cuts and flashbacks went, hey, we're gonna get some more backstory on the Creeper. We're gonna get some lore. It'll be interesting. No. You get fucking nothing. There are people who find out the lore. There are people who know what's going on, but they all basically tell you to suck a dick.
Oh. So how we figured out that the B story wasn't actually a flashback, because again, the whole time they're driving 50s, 60s era trucks that look brand fucking new, and they should be in the late 90s. The dude says, I gotta get a cell phone. And we're like, how the fuck do you know what a cell phone is? Because they're like, this should be in the 50s. You don't know what a fucking cell phone is? Cell phones aren't a goddamn thing to you yet. But then we're like, wait, when is this? And then, like, he has a cell phone. We're like, I think this is sooner. And then they meet the people and we're like, this is sooner. This is not a flashback. This is just a flash sideways. This is something else happening.
Oh, but the cell phones are all different styles, so even then you can't place it by looking at the technology and going, oh, yeah, that was like mid-90s. No, there's this one dude who's got one of those big, bulky cell phones, and then another dude who's got a much smaller flip clamshell phone.
Okay, another question. So people know about the fucking creeper, right? Like, it's something that happens every 23 years in this fucking area. Why the fuck are there still people here? If you have people who are like, I saw this motherfucker, I'll be like, no. Everybody in this area has heard these fucking stories, has heard about the shit. Be like, look, motherfuckers, 23 years from now, everybody vacate the premises. Let's go on a nice week-long vacation, one county over. Like, let's go hang out over there. We'll go fucking camping. Let's do what? Ragstock, Woodstock, what the fuck it's called? Creeper Stock 2018, right the fuck over there. Like, no.
They even bring up that the one character, yeah, when he was 10 years old, the creeper tore out his dad's heart and ate it in front of him.
What have you been doing for 23 years?
Apparently, building a fucking minigun on the back of a truck that does no goddamn good. Fucking movie, and the CGI is terrible.
God, awful.
Like, there's some bad CGI that you can just let slide, but most of the movie takes place during the day, which also, kills everything, because the previous Jeepers Creepers, stuff happened during the day, but the Creeper is...
Why would you set a horror movie during the day? It makes no sense. That fucking throws off the mood.
And because it's daylight, all the CGI looks so much worse, because, like...
It's set during the day because they needed to have it during the day, otherwise if it was at night, they would have had it around time. Because then, yeah. It's stupid. That's the point. Like, why would you give yourself a time constraint like that? It makes no sense. It's just lazy writing. It's just frustrating. It's bad. It's a bad movie. It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Bad movie.
Oh, and the best part? It was actually released in theaters, but there was, like, no fucking promotion for it. Its sales in the movie theaters were fucking terrible.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, and most of the people who saw it went, yeah, don't pay to go see that. Pirate it. If you're even gonna watch it, do not pay to see it.
Not good. Not good.
No. I wouldn't even spend $5 to rent that movie.
It's not good.
No, it's not. We said that many times.
Yeah. I'd like to start with a few of the incidents. We're like, okay, we're gonna let that slide. But the further we got in, the movie started out good, but they literally got lazier and lazier as the movie went on. The CGI got worse, nobody was explaining everything. There was just a whole lot of weird Deus Ex bullshit going on. Like, the creeper attacks this chick, and 3 separate times she trips, and every time she trips and falls, her life is saved by, just like an inch or so. Like, she dives out of the truck. This crazy spike grid that is in the back of the truck comes down. Only gets her shoe. She's like, oh, man, I should have run away, because the creeper's coming after me. So she starts running away, and the creeper's like, man, fuck this bitch. So he grabs one of those shurikens, whips it at her. She trips, goes right past her, like, shaves off some hair. Barely misses her. They don't even show you what she trips on. She just fucking trips and falls.
No, the first time was a rock. Second time they didn't show you.
You are correct. My bad. So, she gets up, she starts running a gun, and the creeper's like, oh, fuck, I missed. So he grabs this giant spear he has that, is also crazy, because everything he has is crazy. So, he goes to spear her, and again, she trips, and you don't see what she trips on. She just trips, and lo and behold, by like 3 inches, the spear misses her. And she gets up and keeps running again. And then the creeper gets hit by a truck.
Why did he get hit by a truck?
Because there was a semi coming down the road, and apparently neither this bitch, the truck driver, or the creeper was aware of anything else's existence but their fucking own. Like, I'm sorry.
It would make a lot
Semis
of
are not
noise.
casual. It is a loud vehicle. It's got a whole lot of fucking lights. She doesn't notice it. The truck driver doesn't see anything in the road until he's like, oh man, I just hit something. And then instead of looking at it, and it's this crazy thing, he calls 911, and because the cops are involved and there's some crazy shit going on, nobody even answers at 911. He gets it, and stay on the line if this is an emergency call. And lo and behold, the creeper fucking kills him. Why? Because he turns his back on it and is just casually staring at his fucking truck while on the cell phone. It's a lazy movie!
Yeah, you weren't kidding.
No, we're not kidding. This is awful. It was god awful.
Like, at the end of the movie, Grandma, who touched the hand and knows about the creeper's past, nails the hand to this piece of cardboard on the ground and writes, "We know what you are" on it. They don't say what he is, they don't discuss it. She knows what he is.
And that's all she's gonna do?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
really upset about it, too. He's really upset about it. It, like, turns to dust. He's breaking it. He's doing the thing. His crows start falling from the fucking sky. And we think the crows are the souls of people he kills, because when you kill him, when he eats you, you become a part of him, and then the crows travel with him, and crows are the messenger of the souls. That's a bunch of theorist bullshit, but still. Like, he's freaking out. Crows start dying. It's a whole tragic thing. But, like...
Oh, and Grandma sees her dead son, which is... There's never an explanation for why she is seeing... one person who's connected with him.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, and mind you, her son ended up with a hand. He only got the hand because... Oh my god, there's this fucking scene in the beginning of the movie where this dude is basically fleeing from the creeper with a machete, and then the creeper, takes him off into the sky, but apparently the dude in his last moment's like, fucking nope, and cuts the arm off with a machete. Creeper still kills him, machete falls from the sky, and, there's this dude in a truck who's like, hey, there's a guy running down the road. Well, that's never a good thing, and Creeper swoops him off. The guy stops and gets out of the truck. He's like, fuck just happened? Machete falls from the sky, hits the truck. Jump cuts to a, different point in time. What you don't find out is, after the machete fell out of the sky, then a hand falls. And I really want to know, first of all, it's a clean cut. Multiple hex, straight, clean, surgical cut. How did the machete fall first, and then 10 seconds later the hand falls off?
I got
That's
nothing.
a good point, yeah. Scientifically, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Unless, even if the machete weighed that much more, it would have too much time ahead, terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Hey, remember how you hate MatPat for overthinking things? I think you're overthinking it a little too much. Look, man, you're pissed. I think what we should do is take a breather, come back next week with a clean head and a clean slate, and talk about some different bullshit.
I agree.
It's been a fun week week, guys. It's been a clusterfuck. Hope you enjoyed the episode of Perfectly Moderate Podcast, or as we would call it, Perfectly Modcast, episode number 7?
I think you guys are saying that this one would be 8.
No?
No, God, not 7. It's 7. It's 7.
Is it 7? I thought this was 6.
You guys said
No.
6 was already done. I thought you guys said you guys were on 7. So
This is 7. Perfectly Modcast, episode 7. Later.
Deuces.
Bye.